It is 12 minutes before the hour. Obituaries brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg, 256-245-4361. That's Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Funeral service for Richard Davis, age 44, of Sylacauga, will be Thursday at 2 p.m. from the Chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home, with David Vick officiating. Burial in the Fayetteville Cemetery in Sylacauga. Mr. Davis died Monday, June 22nd at UAB in Birmingham. He was fire chief of the Lay Lake Volunteer Fire Department, also a veteran firefighter for the city of Sylacauga for over 20 years. Visitation tonight, 5 until 8 at Radley Smith. Funeral memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga, directing. Funeral service for Doyle Ingram, age 66, of Talladega, will be Thursday, June 25th, at 2 p.m. at the Chapel of Miller Funeral Home in Oxford, with Reverend Dan Maddox and Reverend Randy Howell officiating. The family receiving friends tonight at the funeral home from 6 until 8. The family on Thursday will also receive friends in the chapel following the service. Mr. Ingram died on Friday. Miller Funeral Home, Oxford, directing. Funeral service for Sarah Langley, age 83, of Talladega, will be today at 11 a.m. from Ursery Funeral Home Chapel in Talladega. The Reverend John D. Collins officiating. Burial in the Mount Olive Cemetery. And Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega will direct that service. Ms. Langley died June 22nd in Cleveland County. Funeral service for Mr. Willie Pap Lewis, age 80, of Alexander City, is this morning at 11 o'clock from Armour's Memorial Chapel in Alexander City. Armour's Memorial Services in charge of the arrangements. Graveside service for Billy Lane Bishop, age 64, is this morning at 10 a.m. from Pine Hill Cemetery, with Pastor Donnie Thompson officiating. Mr. Bishop died Monday, June 22nd at his residence. And in lieu of flowers, donations can be made to the ALS Foundation or a charity of your choice. Mr. Bishop was co-owner of Talladega Office Machines for some 33 years. Ursery Funeral Home, Talladega, directing. Funeral service for Mr. Stanley French Sides, age 66, of Alexander City, is this morning at 11 a.m. from First Baptist Church of Alexander City, with the Reverend Dr. Gerald Hallmark, the Reverend Dr. Skip Lowry, Reverend Steve Arnberg, and Reverend Shane Russell officiating. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park. Mr. Sides died June 19th at Russell Medical Center. He was a member and deacon at First Baptist Church of Alexander City, also co-owner of Sides Drywall in Auburn. In lieu of flowers, a family request memorial contribution be made to the First Baptist Church Mission Fund, P.O. Box 400, Alexander City, Alabama, 35011. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home in Alexander City, in charge of the arrangements. Obituaries brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel in Sylacauga on Highway 21, the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg, 256-245-4361. That's Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.